Colonel Jeff Katz is the police chief in Chesterfield County, and he's helping to execute on a program that will make sure that police officers know that we value them. Good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm great. I really am appreciative of you coming on and talking about this program. What are you all doing to bring this to the forefront in the public eye?
Well, what we've decided to do is normally at the end of the year, we run a billboard campaign for recruitment. And this year we decided we were going to do something a little different because we recognize that so many people who are doing this very difficult and important job throughout the country have really had such a difficult time. And so many people have. I mean, it's not just limited to law enforcement, but certainly our domain is in law enforcement. And we wanted to make sure that not necessarily asking people to come work for Chesterfield, but letting people know why we appreciate the community that we serve in, and letting people know how much we appreciate the work they do wherever they are. We felt that message was necessary, and so we used our the funds that we normally use for recruitment billboard to create a ccpdthanks.org website and to put up a number of billboards throughout the country with just a simple message, and that message is "Thank you, officers." It just has our patch, and it has the ccpdthanks.org URL on the billboard, and that's it. And we wanted to make sure that we were reaching out to officers in particularly difficult areas of the country to let them know that there are brother and sister officers and that there are members of communities in this country like Chesterfield that appreciate and value the work they do every day.
I mean, it's quite a contrast to what a police officer or a police officer's family will see when they drive into, let's just pick the city of Richmond, where no one seems to, other than one community activist group that's decided they've got a problem with this, no one seems to find it patently offensive to see ACB, which, forgive me, stands for All Cops Are Bastards, and the normal awful slurs about pigs and just calling for the death of police officers spray painted on former monuments and buildings all over the capital city of Virginia. Nobody in authority in Richmond seems to have a problem with that. And I would think psychologically, take it away from politics, I would think psychologically that would begin to have an impact on the people who work for you. What do they say? I mean, do you have those conversations, or is it just kind of like, we don't talk about our feelings about this stuff, but everybody kind of knows that it's offensive and hurtful?
No, we definitely talk about our feelings. I encourage that. I think that's healthy. It's part of wellness, and wellness is something that we have embraced significantly in our agency. And in speaking with people, there has been a malaise, I think, that's come over law enforcement over the course of the last year. But there's good news too, and that is that we are mission focused, that we lean on each other and we rely upon each other. We ask ourselves hard questions. How can we get better? What can we do to improve? And we recognize that there are angry and hurtful and hateful people out there that want to spew hate. But we also recognize there's a flip side of that coin too. And we could be the change that we want to see. We can, people can hate us for no reason, and we can love them for no reason. And that's what we've decided to do. And it is the root and nature of the work that we do. When we sacrifice for others, whether it's directing traffic in the rain or, handling a situation that nobody would ever want to put themselves in voluntarily for a complete stranger. And that's what our people are doing every single day, not just in Chesterfield, but throughout the nation. And we feel a fraternal bond with individuals who do go about doing that work with us. And we want to make sure that they know we appreciate them. And we also want to, kind of give a hat tip to the residents in our community. Chesterfield has the most supportive community I've ever experienced in my almost 30 years of law enforcement. You can't go anywhere in uniform. You can't go to a restaurant in uniform without someone trying to buy your lunch or pay for your coffee or just walking up to you and saying, "Thank you, officer." And those words of inspiration to us, were what we wanted to convey nationwide.
Yeah. Well, I applaud you for doing it. I hope that it will be one shining moment in what's been a really rough 12 months for police officers. Is there anything that our crowd that listens to this program can do to be supportive of you? I mean, you're not raising money for this, are you?
No, we're not. I mean, yes, if people could help spread the website, ccpdthanks.org, and there's a YouTube video that goes along with it. If you can spread it on social media, you know, our billboard that we put up in Seattle was vandalized within 72 hours. And unfortunately, you know, they threatened to burn down the billboard if we put it back up. And we got our message out. We got a lot of impressions out there, and Seattle PD is aware of the message that we were trying to convey to them. But
God, it's just unbelievable that that's
it,
acceptable in America today, and that there's no way to stop that. I mean, just, it blows my mind.
Well, the truth is there is no way to stop the digital messaging, and you know there's a downside to that for sure, but there's an upside as well. So if your listeners can spread that website, ccpdthanks.org, around on their social media links, we can convey that message to our officers, and no one can vandalize that.
Yeah. Listen, I really appreciate you letting us know about this, and I'll put it up on my page soon after we get off the air today. Colonel Jeff Katz, the police chief in Chesterfield County here in the Richmond area. I really appreciate it. I'm always happy when I get a chance to talk to you. It's been a while, so thank you for coming on.
Likewise. Thank you, John.
Okay.